Welcome back to Bored to Death, the podcast where I'm running out of opening puns. It was going to happen at one point. I didn't think it would be this early, but I just couldn't think of one this morning. We're welcoming back Dave for round 3.
What's happening?
And Ross for round 2.
Hello.
How have you been the last year? It's been 11 months since...
It's been really good.
A good year.
Did a lot of skating and working.
Good. And our newbie, our freshman this day, Craig.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Bored to Death. It's cool to finally have you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Since we've met the two other guys, I'll just hit you with our famous opening question. How did you get into skateboarding?
So basically, me and 3 other of my pals just went on a walk. And we walked past a skate park in Mulgai called Lennox.
Oh yeah.
Sat on the wall and looked to just watch skares. And then we all sort of just went, let's all get skateboards.
Oh cool. What age were you?
14.
Oh, okay. And what age are you now?
19.
And still going strong?
Still going strong, surprisingly.
Oh, that's good. How many of you are hungover? Just the 1, 2?
I mean, I had 1 pint last night, but I mean, I'm going on to 26, so possibly hungover.
What do you guys want to do more of this year? Just like best point of the year, January, heading into a new year. What would you like to do more of?
Definitely film a lot more tricks.
Yeah.
It's been like the past 2 years, like lockdown was an exception, right? But 2021, 2022, I kept saying, it's like, oh, I'm going to film this trick, I'm going to film that trick. And I've never gone round to it, and it's been too cold, so we've just been making shitty wee edits at Transgression, doing the same tricks, maybe slightly changing it a wee bit. But yeah, I definitely want to film some more stuff.
Yeah. We'd love to see it, literally. What about you guys?
Probably hit up more different parks just to see what they're like. Just get the diversity of it all.
Any in particular?
Probably go back to Stockton because I've not been there in years.
That's your favourite, is it not?
I mean, it's like technically my local.
And then there's Portobello as well.
Portobello is really good. A lot more mellow ramps, so it's like if you're a proper transition skater, like it's fun to like learn stuff on it. But if you're, probably recommend Stockton more. It's been about since like 2010, so it's like I don't go as much because I've just skated there like so many times. But yeah, like definitely check out that. Dry Law in Edinburgh, really good as well. And if you really want to track for it, Bonnie Rig's got a fucking amazing bowl. You'd love with the thick coping on it as well.
What about you, Craig?
I definitely want to explore more skate parks.
Yeah.
Just anywhere like Manchester, Edinburgh, go back there again because that was really fun. Because I went to Sutton and it was amazing. Like all the steep ramps and oh man. So definitely get out more, starting about really.
Have you dropped into the big bowl yet there?
Oh, not even. That terrifies me.
I would always recommend Battery Park. I don't think it's that like well known, but it's
Where's that?
down in Greenock. It's actually just on like the cusp of Greenock and Gourock, I'm sure. Really good park, right on the water. I think it's fairly modern, like within the last 10 years. Someone's going to say that's wrong, but I would have said within the last 10 years. And just because obviously like the whole of Inverclyde like is on the water. In the summer nights, it's just like the nicest view you can get essentially at a skate park. Just like the water and the sunset. It's definitely a vibe I would recommend.
When you say on the water, is that like, I don't know if I'm thinking the right skate park, is it like the pond bit or is it like a proper like kind of...
No, it's like, I'm just going to try and show you the map.
Definitely need to check that out then.
Aye.
Sounds really nice.
What's your favourite item you've bought in the last year?
I don't really buy a lot of stuff, but I mean, actually no, I bought, probably my last deck, I got a fucking awesome board from Focus for like 55 quid. Yeah, like I think they've just been sitting there for a while and I just think they realise like no one wants to spend 90 quid on a deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably that. Maybe my new phone, but like I'm always like fucking 10 generations behind, but you know.
Yeah, phone's everything these days. Literally everything. It's your communication, your internet, your alarm clock, your map.
See, when you go off your phone for like a week though, like it's fucking great, man. But you just somehow get sucked back into it.
Really?
Without it.
I don't think I've never, probably since the age of like 12 or 13.
You feel so free.
Never went off my phone.
Just not needing that need for that ping
I need that text. I
When
need
you,
that
when,
message.
when you say off your go a week off your phone, do you mean like you can't answer any calls?
Like, not calls, like social media.
Oh,
Just
okay, yeah, I've
put
done that.
all your
I've done
socials on
that.
silent.
Yeah, but just still
set
have.
like an hour a day to go check your emails and everything like that.
Cool.
Limit your time from your phone so
Yeah.
you get the use out of your day.
Exactly, man. The only time I've actually like been off my phone for that long is like if I like I don't know smashed my phone probably doing skating. It was in my pocket and it was like unusable and I didn't get paid for like maybe a week or two. So I just had to go that long without phone, social media, and all that. It's like I don't need to go on social media. I don't need anyone even just talking to me or calling me, man. Not in that way. It's like because if you're a skater, it's kind of different because you just know where everyone's gonna be. Like if you want to like go skate with the homies, like you just rock up to the spot where it'd be like someone in Glasgow or from Edinburgh. Like I just rock up to Stockton or Bristol. And people are just gonna be there.
Yeah,
There's just freedom from it.
I feel like it's really nice to just get away from your phone.
yeah.
And then, but I feel like once you're bored sitting in your house, like doing nothing, you'll get that urge to go on it. And then I feel like that's when you get sucked back in.
Yeah, it's really bad just now. I can't even make it through like watching an episode on something with TV without picking my phone up multiple times and then putting it back. It's really bad. What about you guys? An item you bought in the last year?
Godsmack t-shirt when I was at Godsmack.
That's a good one.
Probably the only thing I bought in the last year.
How much was it?
35.
See, that's reasonable, I think, for a gig t-shirt.
Definitely.
Like lately there's been a couple of concerts I've been to, it's like 55, 60 for the t-shirt, and I'm like, that is like
And then
not
it's
okay.
130, 140.
Yeah.
Don't forget the £5,000 concert tickets if you're like a Swiftie or a Blink-182 fan.
Yeah, I was speaking to Ross about it before we come in. I got Blink tickets. I mean, it was a fight for my life, but it was like £97, including booking fees.
Is that seating though, or is that?
No, that's standing.
Fucking hell, man!
That's
You
really
got lucky
good.
there.
But we were just saying, like, when I was younger, I remember getting gig tickets for like £30.
Man.
And it sounded quite expensive. I get you were younger then, but just the world and everything going up in price now. It's like, but we were saying it like, if you're really going to make a night of a concert, or if it's like one of your favourite artists or bands or whatever, you've got your concert ticket, you've got your transport there, you've got drinks before it. If you're going out for something to eat before it, your drinks there, a t-shirt, transport home, like,
It all adds up.
it's way into 3 figures just for this like one night out now. It's just a lot.
Especially when like all the gigs are in Glasgow and it's like, everyone like from around Scotland has to like, travel. So it's like if you're from Glasgow, it's kind of lucky with that. But obviously, Glasgow's quite big, so you need to like find ways home because most people live in the outskirts.
Yeah, no. And even like you guys, if there's anyone like using Edinburgh coming down to Glasgow for a gig and it doesn't finish until like 11:30, like I take it a lot you should just book a hotel if you could afford it.
Nah, we used to just get the bus, like the 900, because that runs like all night long.
Okay.
And
Never knew that.
Honestly, man, like you've not lived until you've been on the number 900 at like 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning.
From like Glasgow to Edinburgh.
It's just an after party on that bus, man.
no.
It's fucking rad.
Just the smell of doner kebab.
not just that, but we'll just keep it there.
What's the best skate park you've skated?
It's a difficult one.
A lot of
Like so
questions
many.
been put in lately for recommending skate parks.
Folkestone 51. That's down in Folkestone. It's a
Oh.
town. It's south east London, like right on the coast.
Cool.
But it's a 3-story indoor skate park.
Is it recently opened?
Yeah, like last year or so.
I've seen it. I've seen a couple of people, even from up here, saying they've been down and like posting pictures on it. And the first time I read 3-story indoor skate park, I was like, what?
I had
Did it
to
used
go
to be like a car park or something? Like
It looks like it. It looks
yeah.
like a car park from the outside. This way, it looks like the one at the Hydro with all the polka dot windows.
Oh, yeah.
The cheese car park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like that from outside. But then you go in, you're like, "Where's the skate park? This is reception." Like the skate park's all above you. There's a concrete bowl on the first floor, and then there's 2 wooden parks above that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
See if you want to get from the top floor to like the bottom floor though, can you like skate down, or do you just have to like take the lift? Take the lift.
There's 2 lifts.
I was expecting like to be a little ramp, and then like before you turn turn left to go to the other floor,
There's a bit of wall that goes down.
Yeah, there's like a sort of like corner bowl thing. So you just fucking wee bit of coping on top as well, front slash into the next floor.
Snake run.
What's your absolute dream job?
Not
If
dog.
If you could have, yeah,
Not a dog.
if you could have any job, like what would you personally like to do with your life? 40
like-
hours a week odd.
Owning a bar, like opening up a skate bar.
Okay.
Like try to get live music in it, get drinks, and then open during the day. Obviously, just to have a skate,
Mm-hmm.
and then stay open till night. But then, obviously, that'd be difficult with like license,
Yeah, drinking and
Yeah.
skating as well.
and trying to get all the contracts needed. And
Especially in the UK, man, like around like, you know, Europe, like when I went to Germany, like they had a bunch of like indoor skate parks where you could like buy drink. They don't really fuck around the whole like licensing laws over there and that, so maybe try in Europe, man, like open one up over there.
I wish, but that'd be so much money.
No, no.
But,
What about you,
dream
Ross?
job.
Probably have something like there's an eat, skate, sleep in Bali in Indonesia.
Okay.
It's like a skate park hotel. So you got your room, and then as soon as you're out your room, the skate park's what joins up everyone else's room.
Ah, it's like the resort
Yeah.
itself as a skate
So
park.
it's like
That
just
is
an old
cool.
wee resort, so you could just camp, or whether you want to stay in a wee hut or whatever, set something like that
Yeah.
up. But do it in the mountains of Spain or something like that. So it's
Yeah, no, that'd be
rural,
cool.
but everyone wants to congregate to it.
Yeah, you guess you get people from all over the world coming as well. That would be really cool.
I think probably mine would be, well, because I'm really into music, and it's like, I don't know, I'm getting a bit late, you know, a bit old to be, I want to be a rock star, man. But like, I don't know, do some of music, but if not, like, kind of similar to like maybe like what you guys were saying, but like open up like a music venue that does skating there as well. Because don't know if you've ever been or remember back in the day, there's this place used to be called Unit 20. Oh no, Studio 24 back in Edinburgh, and it was like a hard rock music venue / nightclub. And every Wednesday, they used to put like, you know, where the audience would stand.
Mm-hmm.
They used to put skate ramps there.
Wow.
So it's like you could like skate to live bands, and then like near the bar, you know, you had like a couch with an Xbox set up, you had a pool table, you had all sorts, £1 bucket bombs. And that closed down because the neighbours were complaining about the noise, and like, you know, why would you just move next to a fucking music venue that's been there for decades?
Yeah.
But yeah, try and get something like that, but open them back up again.
Yeah, I think mine, I mean, the ultimate dream would be, it's kind of similar to your guys. It would be just like a big indoor skate park, but these do exist because I have seen photos of them before, but like it would be an indoor skate park, but it would actually look like a street.
What?
So like it would be indoor, but it would be like a real place. Like there would be like street lamps and like fake shops. Like it would almost look like a
like
fake,
waxed curbs and all that on the
but
side of the
like
slab.
totally like trees and everything, but it would be
Palm trees and make it LA. in
like
Scotland.
literally you could make it something like, I don't know, like somewhere in California, but have it be all indoors and then have like a nice wee bar kitchen. I mean, me and my friend looked into it this year, the idea of setting up like a vegan bar kitchen in Glasgow, and it's just like for like normal people, like it's just completely like undoable. Like there's just so much money involved in it, and it's not even just the money, it's like the licensing and buying all the equipment and kitting the place out. And then I remember going down like holes thinking about it being like food laws as well and stuff like that, like getting sued for somebody having like an allergy to something or something. I was just like, oh no, this is just too much of a dream, we're just going to have to leave this at a dream now. And let's face it, I could never afford it anyway.
It's a shame, man. It's like, but you know, just imagine going to the bank and like asking for a loan and being like, yeah, I'd like to open up a skate vegan cafe, skate park, and they just sort of just, I don't know.
They'd probably laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they would.
Just, the way you laugh, they just spit on you and just be like, right, get out.
Based off the back of that, what's the worst job you've ever had?
Melts.
What?
place in Mulgai called Melts.
Melts.
It was like a ice cream place.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it was dreadful.
Do you just like serve ice cream? Like,
Well, I was in like the back of house making like cookie dough and waffles.
okay.
They chucked me on like first day it opened with like no training and was training me on the day. And they were like yelling at me and everything.
Oh god.
And then obviously I had to stay there just as a way of money.
Yeah.
But then eventually like they brought me up. It was like, oh, do you really want to work here? Because obviously I was like lacking in it. I just went to them, not really.
You just left.
And that was like the last time I ever spoke to them. For like I had like so many like burns on my hand and scars
From
And I was
like appliances and stuff.
yeah from like the microwave
Jeez.
and cookie dough, and it was
To get burned from a microwave, man, that's
because you had to like go in like
Touch the
cookie dough to make sure it's
yeah.
okay, because they never gave you like tongs or anything. It was brutal.
No, it doesn't sound good. What about you, bro?
McDonald's. Donald's in Elgin. That's
Fair enough.
the only one within about 80 miles and draw a circle. So everyone who wants a McDonald's in that 8 miles goes to that one. in
So
Elgin.
just really busy then.
Always.
Yeah.
Unless it's like 2 a.m, you just got a bus load of people going from Aberdeen to Inverness or something like that. And they always just stop at McDonald's.
God.
I'll probably say I can't really say the name of the place because it's kind of like an independent
That's okay.
place. Somewhere on Colburn Street in Edinburgh. I started working there as like the bar / like waiter. They were like really understaffed. And when I joined there, like, you know, we didn't have a manager, but like the owner just for some reason had so much trust in me, and like, you know, gave me all the managerial position stuff. Like, you know, gave me the keys, got me to cash up. Sometimes got me to do the rotas as well. And like I was working like 50 to 60 hours a week, and I was getting paid the same as like everyone else. I'm not trying to say I was like, you know, higher than anyone else, but it's like,
But you're doing the work.
I was like fucking busting my arse, and then I was getting in trouble for like, you know, being like, oh, why are you too lenient to your staff? Like, you know, so and so was like 5 minutes later. I was like, so fucking what, man?
Yeah.
That's why it's like I've been supervisor before, but been in trouble for being too lenient or whatever. But yeah, I did that for so long, and then eventually I was just like, I don't want to do this position. So like they got a new manager in who was fucking awful to his staff, and everyone just ended up leaving. I actually remember it was towards like, it was last like end of 2021, like coming up to New Year's. I was planning on leaving anyway because the place was so shit. So what I was going to do was I was going to like pretend that I had COVID on like the 31st of December, so I could get New Year's off, because I was like, you know, getting made to like work there. And lo and behold, I actually got COVID. So I ended up having to just stay in for New Year.
Oh god.
But yeah, no, like when I actually tested positive, like on the 30th, I sent him the, like, you know,
The what were they called?
it was like lateral flows.
Lateral flow.
And I genuinely felt quite ill, and he was like, oh, come, no, you need to go out and get a proper test. I was like, I can't go out and get a proper test because I genuinely feel ill. I don't want to infect anyone. And he was like, nah, stop, don't be a baby. It's like, man. It's like, I'm not being the baby. I am being responsible adult, staying in, you know.
There's a virus.
No, exactly, there's a
Yeah.
virus. It's like, you're the one that's been a baby. And I was like, fuck this shit, I'm gone, but please pay me.
Yeah, I never understood that with the whole COVID thing, where you would send a lat flow in and then
They still want you to go and get a PCR.
it
You're
was
like,
just,
you
this
know I've got
defeats
it.
the point of like everything. Like, I'm just gonna go back out. Ugh, COVID.
I feel like it was just the exact same anyway. The
Yeah,
lateral flows to
yeah.
the what were the
PCR.
PCRs?
Yeah.
Same stuff, same routine.
Because PCR, it's like, you had to like send that one away and like it come back in like 2 days.
Oh yeah, I remember doing one of them as well.
Yeah, and for that 2 days, your boss is just nagging you until you actually get it back, and you're like, see?
Told you.
God. Well, our word for today is mind, as in our mind, our mental health. Obviously, in case you've been living under a rock, mental health is something that's spoken about a lot more now. I would say probably more so in the last 5 years, even in the last 10 years, but in the last 5 years as well. Like, we're all just talking about it a lot more, which is making other people want to come out and talk about it or help people. And especially within the skateboarding community, there's constant things like Why So Sad by John Rattray. I'll put a link in that I'll put the link to that. I always fuck this up, man. I'll put the link to that in the bio if you haven't seen that. What about this? How much does the winter affect your skating?
I mean, I already get like seasonal blues, you know, like during the winter time. Not so much this year, but it's like also when like, it comes from a lot of things, like when you can't skate, when you can't do the thing that you fucking love doing every day, like it does get you down. And then you just sort of like, when you can't skate, like, I mean, for me personally, I just sort of like, just sit there like, what actually do I do myself except from skating work?
Yeah.
It's like, just sort of sit there like having a realistic moment, like, shit. But yeah, no, it's like, unless you can't find a car park that you won't get chucked out of, or if you can't afford the fucking indoor skate park, then you're just kind of fucked at that point.
What about you guys? How do you think winter affects your skating?
Affects it purely because you don't get the sun as much. So if you're working during the day, like I work Monday to Friday, every Monday to Friday. So the time I get home in the winter, you go to work when it's dark and you're back when it's dark.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking there, the darkness.
You don't get any of the sun, so you're trying to find a way to stay motivated and active, but you can't go out and skate because it's pissing it down with rain or it's snowing. So carpet skate in the living room or use the couch, a table.
Yeah, no. What do you think skating does for your own mental health?
I feel like it's really good because you can go out. If you have a goal, you can set your mind to it, focus on it. You can also meet a ton of people, different skate parks, anywhere you go to, you can always chat to someone. So I like, it'll liven it up a bit. And, you know, once you're out, when you're bored, having fun, you'll forget about most things.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to say. Do you guys feel like when you are skating, you switch off? And I say, like, when I say switch off, as in switch off from
almost completely.
Reality.
Absolutely.
I feel like in a whole different world.
Yeah.
In your mind, just...
Especially when you get that endorphin hit, when you're like really trying, like you say, when you're really like got your mindset for something, like say even if it's just one little trick or something that you're trying, like you totally just switch off and you get that kind of like natural high from like trying it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I've never had any problems in my life now, like, you know.
Especially if you've had a shit day. Or if you're having a shit time, I guess, with your mental health or with just life in general, the switch off is just important to have something like that where it literally does switch off.
Yeah.
Speaking of what you were just saying, Keig, about doing it with your friends, do you prefer to skate alone or with other people?
I feel like definitely friends.
With people, yeah.
You know, you're with them, you can always have fun, you can chill with them, you know. Sometimes a wee solo session is always like nice. Like just you put music on,
Yeah.
you can just chill, you can just do whatever you want, really.
Just you time, yeah. What about you, Ross?
See, I'm in the either or, because
Benefits of both.
the benefits, yeah, because when I go skating myself, I've normally got this something like that, just one trick in my head that I want to go do, and I'll just rock out a park and I'm just like, I'm going to go do this, and it might take me 2 hours, but then I'll start socialising after that because I've just got it in my head that I want to do that trick or I want to land this.
Yeah. Out of your friends today, or like the people you consider your friends, does a large percentage of them come from skateboarding?
Nowadays, yeah. Like, I'm still like pals with like people I went to school with, and like, obviously I've got other friends, but like, yeah, it's like my main sort of friends are like people that I've known through like the past 14 years of me skating, and it's like, you know, some stop skating, some come and go, but like I've always had like, you know, skaters that have been like, you know, there.
Yeah, I've made all my like best pals, like good pals, just from going to a skate park and then eventually socialising with them. And now we're like, it's weird because we went from like strangers like not knowing
Yeah.
each other to best, but I was like knowing everything about each other and going to each other's houses and chilling, drinking. It's kind of crazy to think about, but it's good.
Yeah. No, it's cool. You the same, Ross?
Yeah. I've moved a lot in the last like 5 years, so
Yeah.
every time I went to a new skate park, it's just you go in with
Only
the
a group
same
of people,
mindset
yeah.
of I'm going to go speak to whoever's up at the park at that time to see who they are, what they're doing, and normally they're skating or they're just, sometimes you can go up and someone's having a really shit time, but you've changed that just by going up and speaking to them.
Yeah. There is that stigma that there's kind of like a barrier between men and mental health. Like guys, men are a lot less likely to speak about it openly. I mean, my perception of it is I think there are people, not myself, but I think there are people who would see it as a sign of weakness. Do you think that guys are becoming a little bit more open to speaking about their mental health?
Absolutely, yeah, and I think they should be way more open about it. Like, because I used to like shield it quite a lot, and then there's been some times where I've literally like cried in front of my pals, and they never thought less of me. If anything, like, you know, it kind of opened us up a wee bit more. And like, you know, you just, obviously the first time I think I did that, I felt a bit kind of like self-conscious because it's like, you know, the natural kind of like hold back your tears as a guy kind of thing. But it's like, you know, after doing that, it's like you feel so much better. And, you know, the moral of that is like, if you want to have a wee cry with your pal, have a wee cry with your pal, man. It feels fucking great.
Always do it with someone you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah.
You never want to tell someone that what you're going through if you don't want to tell them.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
If someone keeps asking you, something's going on with you, you just keep saying, no, I'm okay, but you're getting put in that hole, if you get me.
Yeah, I think I'm that person with my friends. If I can like see something and then I see it over like the next couple of times I'll see them, I'll be like, are you okay, by the way? Or like, do you want to talk about something? I think the thing it's quite a scary thing to, I don't know, it's quite a scary thing to understand. You'll never really know someone, and it's quite like hard to take sometimes, even if it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your best friend or your partner. You will never really know anyone 100%. Like, we all go about our day and we speak to ourselves in our heads, we have conversations in our heads, walking down the street, getting on the bus. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you never can really 100% know someone. You can spend literally nearly every hour of the day all week with someone, but sometimes it's just you'll just never know like things that they're going through, and sometimes there's people that just won't feel comfortable at all. Like, it'll be just their biggest wall.
Completely agree with that.
That you just can't break through. So I guess it's not good to pry at people, but I would always suggest personally checking in with people if you feel or see like either you know they're having a shit time, or you can kind of just sense it from them.
Just like be by their side.
Yeah.
Offer support when they need it.
Sometimes it could be like totally masked as well, to the point where it's like, you know, some people try and stay quiet, like you said, and just be like, oh, is everything okay? It's like, yeah, no, it's fine. And it's not. But sometimes it can be the total opposite. Some people are like
always smiling,
but like, you know, even if it's just only smiling, or it could be like, you know, some destructive behaviour, like not totally destructive, but like, you know, going out, sending it, like drinking too much, or doing too much of this, like, you know, something that's like they're obviously trying to cover up. And it's like sometimes you just need to pull them aside, like privately, not make a big scene, just be like, is everything alright? Like, do you want to talk about something? And if they don't, then it's like, it's fine, but always just kind of like check in every now and then, just in case they do want to open up and talk about it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like the other thing as well with mental health is anxiety is literally one of the worst things in the world, and the older I get, the more I hate it. Like, I can acknowledge it now when it happens, like, this is anxiety, by the way, but it's just like, I just feel like everyone has it, and it is rife with everyone, and it just stops so many of us doing what we want to do sometimes. and sometimes again the getting older thing where I'm just like, oh, like you just need to do things more. Like instead of listening to, don't care about what people are going to say about it or who's going to be talking about it. Like if it's, I don't even know, something down to posting something on Instagram. Like I look a bit like a fanny in this, but I'm just going to post it because I like it. It's things like that, or even starting skateboarding for the first time. There could be somebody that's wanted to do it for 2 years, watches it on Instagram, totally into it, but has anxiety about what people think about doing it. For example, older people wanting to get into it, like, nah, people are going to think I'm a joke, or why are you doing that at that age? What's your views on anxiety?
I was really anxious when from like the age of 15, 16. So before school, to try and like counter that, I'd go to the skate park before school, but it would be completely dead. It would only be me, so I could just have my time, sort myself out, and then go to school and deal with everything that was happening. That was just my way of dealing with it. And then after you go skate with your friends or whatever, you've had that time to sort yourself. It's always been a thing, at least for me.
Definitely, sorry.
Carry on.
No, I can 100% agree on what you've just said, because I was the same. I still am sometimes, but like just knowing you can grab your board, go out, even if it's on your own, you can just go out, go to a skate park. You're in your own head, in your own mind. You can focus on one thing, get it done. Then I feel like it will lift it a bit, and you don't have to worry as much. But yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely the same. Like I was a bit of a mix. Like sometimes I'd come and go. Like I would be like a really anxious child. Like I wouldn't be like, you know, I could physically never talk to like a girl or a guy until I was like fucking 14 or something like that, you know. And then like slowly kind of brought it to it, but then I still get like quite anxious now and then. But like, you know, it's like what you were talking about before. It's like, you know, if you ever feel anxious about something, you know, sometimes it's also good to talk to people about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, skateboarding definitely helps it. Like I feel comfortable like just going out, even if it's just on my own or going with my pals. Like sometimes that anxiety just fucking disappears. Like, you know, it's like I was never anxious in the first place.
Yeah, it's like the switch off thing we're speaking about earlier.
Yeah,
Like you don't even notice it. It just
Yeah.
goes like snap our fingers. You forget why you were anxious in the first place.
I hate anxiety.
Fucking sucks, man.
I really don't like it. I really don't like it. What's coming up for you guys for the rest of the year? What have you got planned for the next 12 months?
Try and make an edit.
Yeah.
Never made an actual edit. Only ever just put clips on Insta.
Yeah, no, I think you should. I really, really support that. I think you should.
I just don't. It would mainly be bowl though. That's my
What's
favourite.
stopping you? Don't say anxiety.
No, just my problem
Trying to
is
get a filmer to film it.
asking someone to film, because I hate being that person stopping someone else having fun on their board.
To ask
And
to
they just
film.
sit there getting cold legs, or your legs seize up a bit if you've been skating, and just stop for an hour and just sit in the one spot
Or if
filming.
you paid for like the time in an indoor skate park, you know, it's like
you don't want to
there.
waste their time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What about you guys? Rest of the year, what's popping?
Well, also kind of the same thing as well. Like I really want to like make more edits or put some more clips. Put some more clips out there. But also, yeah, I just like joined a new band recently, and it's like been my first time in a band for a while. Actually, on top of anxiety, that was stopping me from like starting again in music, because I kind of took a break from it for 3 years.
Yeah.
But I finally joined a new one, and we've got like a bunch of gigs lined up, and I just want to like, you know, progress more with that as well with skateboarding. I want to keep them level, because the last time I did a lot more band and just didn't do enough skating, and I want to work on like balance with that.
Yeah.
By the way, we're called National Playboys, so if you want to come to our gig, follow us on social media. But
I'll link it. What about you, Craig?
I want to make like a massive edit with different people.
Cool.
So like
A
you
collab
guys,
edit.
like just bunch of random people,
There you
people I
go.
know,
Jump on
just
that.
film it, mash it together, get like a Glasgow skate edit with everyone in it. I think that'd be like such a sick concept.
Yeah, no,
It would be unique.
I
as
see
well.
that.
yeah.
I see when I'm not wanted here. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Joking.
And Edinburgh.
Just call it like the Scotland edit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the Scotland edit, and just get everyone Everyone who
Yeah.
skates in Scotland, just in one edit.
I feel like something like that as well would be a bit like a time capsule as well. Like imagine that was made and then like whoever's skating 10 years from now looks at that. I think for me this year, I obviously want to continue doing this. Get to the holidays or trips that have been postponed from COVID finally. A couple of tickets I've got on them, literally say 2020 World Tour. And I'm still not going to get to go until April, but if this happens, this will
Give
be...
it to your grandkids.
Yeah. And yeah, just go to more concerts. Totally took concerts for granted before COVID, and I'm turning 30 this year. It's just
When's your birthday?
a mess. It's not a mess, I'm totally okay with it now, but I feel like when I went into COVID, I was 26. So I just feel like the end of my 20s, I was like,
Where'd it go?
what
Just
Like,
flashed.
how is this happening?
Time travel.
Yeah, it's very, very strange, but yeah, just keep going. I just seen you bring up your Spotify there, and
I was double checking the song name.
oh right, okay, yeah. I need your song of the day.
Oh,
You've got
Song
one,
of
Dave.
the
You
day.
can go first.
It's a bit of a different choice, but I've liked this band for a while. You know, it's this kind of underground band called Paramore. You might have heard of them. It's their new song for their new album, This Is Why.
I'll have to see it. Are you going to see them in April?
I've not got a ticket.
You should go and see
but
them.
if I'm not going to go on one of those like dodgy websites that times it by free. Usually what I've done before is I go outside a venue, just hold up a sign like who's selling a ticket. I've done that once and it's worked.
Yeah, you should go. I'm going. It's actually quite nice. Actually, I'm going with some of the girls that I went to school with, and we all went to see them in 2009.
Fuck.
I still have the T-shirt, so it's like the same, like 3 or 4 girls. Like, what would that be in 2000?
13 years ago.
Yeah, 13, 14 years ago we went. So yeah, I'm going with them, which will be pretty good. And Paramore are a really good band.
No.
Really good band. I remember their first album coming out, them going down to a CD shop in Kilmarnock and buying it, like before they hit the big one. And just, yeah, they
Sounds sick.
blasted. What about you guys?
Abuse by Freddie Dredd. I don't know, it really gets me in the mood to like go out and do some stuff. Like it hypes me up, and it puts me in a good mood. So I always play that in the morning to like wake myself up, get
Yeah.
hyped, and then start the day off like really well. So
Yeah, no,
I like it.
I hope other people listening to the playlist will do that as well. Get up and do it.
Mine's probably Surrender by Godsmack. It's like the latest tune they came out with
Yes.
in November, and I don't know what it is, just catchy, gets me feeling great for skating, sends me flying, that's what I want.
I'm going to do Miss Jackson by Outkast.
Oh,
Because it came up on Shuffle a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, this is just such a good song. I remember it at the time, but I hadn't heard it in a while, and I was just like, yep.
It's a vibe.
I feel like Outkast really do have good tunes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
Wait, what was the name of the song called again?
Miss Jackson. I know, speaking of getting up in the morning, I know they're so old, but the other day I bought a shower speaker, but it was like a Goodman's, like really good one that like sucks onto like the wall in the shower.
Oh.
And I mean, I just always like play my music and leave the phone like at the other bit of the bathroom, but that is like changing, like life changing. Like it actually, when I'm getting up in the morning, like I cannot get up. Like it's making me want to go into the shower because it's just loud and it's in the shower, and it was like 20 quid. So I really recommend 2023 is your year to get a shower radio.
Fucking right, man.
Do you guys have anything you want to plug? Any projects? Any bands?
My
any...
new band,
No, go.
National Playboys. We've got a bunch of gigs coming up in Edinburgh. Try to get some more in Glasgow. If you want to get some gigs in Glasgow, feel free. But yeah, our next one is, wait, when's this airing?
Today, when everyone is listening to this episode, if you're listening on release date, today is Friday the 20th of January.
Can we just say like a random date?
In 2 days, in 2 days' time, we're playing Whistle Binkies at Edinburgh. And it's a free gig, so please come along.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Whistle Binkies.
Oh, right. But yes, thank you guys for all coming for our 2 returners, and Craig,
Thanks for having
you
me.
broke your bored to death virginity.
Yes.
And you are welcome back anytime. Hopefully there's lots more coming this year. But until then, yeah, speak to your friends. Speak to your friends, check
Definitely.
in on them, and look after yourself.
Have a cry.
Have a laugh.
It's always good to have a cry.